It's Week 8 of the National Football League.
And coming up, we'll see the...
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Knight on the handoff. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Well, this defense for the Cowboys very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down, San Francisco, to pick up 14 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On the carry, here's Knight. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. To throw is Nix. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. And Xavier Worthy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's the rookie from Washington, Rome Odunze. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing now is Daniels. Throw left side, completion to Rice. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. To throw is Daniels. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Daniels. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Off the play fake. Nix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His first catch, good for 9 in the 1st down. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. A first down carry for Barkley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Throwing Nix. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jamison Williams, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Niners add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. That's to Kraft, the tight end. Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down at the 39. Clearly short of the first by a few yards. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Again, it's Barkley. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Now 2nd and 9. Nix to the air. He'll get this complete to Worthy. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
On the option, they'll go with Knight.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And that nearly intercepted him. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. To the air goes Daniels. Short throw, he's got Kraft.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Here's Daniels. Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Working out of the gun is Nix. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning.
Barkley inside handoff. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Wishnowsky on to punt as he sends this one away.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Daniels looking to throw. A pass complete to Odunze.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Coleman with a grab. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels.
He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
They'll look to throw again. This one complete to Coleman.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll go to Barkley again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Here's 3rd and 7. Nix from the shotgun.
He'll find Thielen working the middle. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
They go play action. Daniels. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
To throw is Daniels. Short throw, he's got Kraft.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Now Daniels.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just...
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now it's Nix.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
back to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
To throw, here's Nix.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Nix to the air. Finding space at the 40.
And finally brought down at the 43. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. This 2nd and 4.
Williams. A beautiful fake. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Another try for Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Xavier Worthy.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the 49ers are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Cowboys offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
To the air goes Daniels. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Niners offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Up the middle with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run it again with Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
That is caught.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. That'll be caught by Rice. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Daniels looking to throw.
And that is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Daniels going to throw for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jaden Daniels.
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Aubrey good with a PAT.
As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Working out of the gun is Nix.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Here's Knight on the handoff.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 15 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. This is 1st and 10. Here's Daniels.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is Coleman with a grab. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as a stopper with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So the victory here for San Francisco. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't